Very muted. You can tell he's not feeling great, but he said he's going to give it a shot. He wasn't even sure himself how this was going to go, but these guys are warriors, and if they can possibly line up, we know they're going to try.
It looks like it might be Ravini, it is, and then look at Ravini coming around the outside of Vial and takes over third place. And he is the guinea pig in that, effectively. But look at Ravini's back end dancing around all over the place. He's keen to get past Panzer. Then Vial down the inside of Ravini to take back third place at the end of pit lane. So Ravini fourth, Langenfelder fifth, and Ravini, big crash for him.
Rear steps, and then high side, and then, yeah, it's really weird, but yeah.
Weird crash. The back end came around, he caught that edge, but then just to be up on the front and then fold it like that either shows there was another hole in there or how soft the ground was at that point.
Yeah, really awkward crash. I don't even know that he could probably explain what went on there.
And then they're just real strange, like folded and then obviously into the ground. The bike beat him up. Now the front just folds in on him. Yeah, that was pretty violent.
Is he going to be able to hang on to it, though? He gets a challenge up the inside. That's his teammate, number 8, Doug Henry, who had a piece of the lead for a moment.
Ryan Hughes also up there as Henry goes. Oh, even excites me in the highlights, Dave, as Larocco putting on the brakes, it looked like, really avoided a serious injury.
Looked like Henry got the previous jump a little bit wrong, and he was out of shape as he came to the second jump. He's hurting a little bit. Here's how it happened. See, he's a little sideways in the air, had one foot off, and then the handlebars actually came up and booted him in the face on the rebound. That bucked him off, and poor Larocco had nowhere to go.
And you mentioned the young guys haven't had the big crashes yet. Well, we'll show you an example of what could happen. There's Carson Mumford at the 52. This is from the first qualifying session earlier today. Finish line jump.
Yeah, he comes across the finish line, and basically it looks like he just gets too far back, and the bike starts rotating. He did the right thing by holding on. Like, you know, you could tell he didn't want the feet flying too far over his head, but, you know, hits the ground pretty hard. But, yeah, just comes around that, hits the jump. I think he was too far back. The bike rebounds, and then at that point, once that bike starts rotating an inch, you're on for a ride.
But Zack Osborne's looking solid in second place.
Earlier today in qualifying, he had a huge crash at the end of the whoop section, gets a handlebar to the stomach. Now watch this, the bike's gonna swap out, and he flips into the bars, and see how it caught right there? Right into his stomach. So after qualifying, he went into the Alpine Star medic unit. They did an ultrasound to see if there was anything wrong internally. They said no, they gave him the clear, he's good to go. He is scraped up, and he told me right before the gate drop, the pain is somewhat moved down to his hip.
Number 3, Bobby Canary moving up the pace. Oh my goodness, just gave number 71, Brandon Finney, the Hucklebuck, right out of that rut.
Wow, and slow-mo going for the same rut. Canary just gives him the business, literally flips him right on his head. Look at that, look at breakdancing there for Finney, poor kid. But he's up real quick, and look how fast he's got to get his feet out of the ruts here because the pack is coming.
And it's going to be the number 71 Husqvarna of Gavin Baker out of Hendersonville, Nevada.
As now the 71 Gavin Baker takes over the lead. We'll see whether or not Baker's able to pinch him off. And no, we've got to pass. Kyle Paleologos reclaims the lead over the number 71 of Gavin Baker.
Oh, the number 71 gets
he's going
loose.
For a ride. Oh, a big hit there for the number 71. He got off rhythm there. We saw the feet come off the pegs, and at that point, he was just hanging on. A tough break there for the number 71 of Baker, having such a good race before that.
Hopefully, he'll be able to get up and remount, come back out here from Moto 2 and 3.
In fantastic weather and a brilliant track for all of them that will really test the skill level of all of these riders. Is that Todd to the inside?
Looked like Nathan Crawford there around the outside, but Wilson Todd on the inside almost goes down.
Last time around, he will see that he is a considerable lead. Jack Cook is there having all sorts of trouble trying to get himself back onto the bike. We didn't see the crash, but unfortunately we saw the efforts here trying to get back. Maybe the front wheel over the top. Oh,
yes,
over the top of the rut.
Went over the top and washed out, and then that just caused a...
It's not finished yet, Lee. Oh, just wait a second, unfortunately.
Oh, dear. Okay. Yeah, that was a good 5 or 6 different things that happened to him. He's just like, what just happened to me?
Larocco and Albertine now fighting over third. Albertine very quick in that corner, getting the front wheel up in the air. Sharp left-hander. He consolidates third place from his teammate Larocco.
It's funny to watch Albertine. He'll do a lot of things good, and then,
Oh, he comes right off the saddle. Lost the grip with his left hand and was just pitched off the back of the bike in a rush.
I was just about to say, you'll watch him and you'll think everything's looking pretty good, and all of a sudden, he's out of shape. His left foot slipped off the foot peg. That's the foot. That's like the downhill ski. You want to weight that peg. Watches another look at it. Gets into the berm. Everything's looking good. He grabs a handful of throttle way too soon. And the bike just squirted right out from underneath him. There was no way he could hang on to that once he lost that left leg. Gassed too soon.
Ruben Fernandez is 7th in the championship, just 9 points behind Thomas Kjær. The Fly Racing 15-second board up then for the first time today. As we get ready to go into the first turn, I think it was Fernandez, wasn't it, right in there? And it is Fernandez who leads. Won the qualifying race yesterday. He knows. Oh! And immediately, Ruben Fernandez crashes out spectacularly. Just asking too much. What a blow for Fernandez. Here's what happened. He gets out of here, back end just works overtime once, twice, folds the front and launched himself off the track and into the fence. The Spanish fans would have gone from yay to nay in one corner.
I hope this isn't 3 for 3, but he got up and actually went down a couple more times, but he's one of those tough guys that can crash and get back up and doesn't seem to faze him. There's a good look at him right now. You can see in front of him how long that start chute is. Albertine coming up a little short of that triple, but he had to go for it. He didn't know what the guys were going to do behind him. He took a chance. And that's one of the sections, too, where you ride on the ball of your feet. Your feet barely touch the foot pegs through those sections.
Boy, those moguls coming out of that turn. They're interesting.
We just lost Albertine on the other side of the track. There's his bike right there.
Yep, Albertine is down.
That's after the triple before they make the left and head across the starting line. There goes Button.
Craig Albertine is limping off. You can see gritting his teeth. His mechanic to the left, Ian Harrison. That's his father, Tony, in front.
This is heading up to the triple. You can tell by his body positioning something is a little weird there. He comes up short, going over the handlebars. Now next is another section of jumps. Oh.
And he gets off.
I can't imagine what was going through his mind. That's dangerous right there. That's a tailbone.
Ouch. Let's go down to Marty Reed and check out. Really dangerous stuff, as you could tell the speed he was traveling at the time he left the bike.
I can tell you, I don't mean to make any light of the situation, but he did a on-the-ground Superman like McGrath does. It was unbelievable.
Emig, Ward, Button, and Lawrence advancing to the main event after our very exciting